You have this word, na? Rip.
Yes. Rest in peace.
Yeah, so that is what captures peace.
Let's take like a holiday.
I Sunday come to campus. That's the highest working day of my life.
What was your plan before, making this campus so beautiful?
The moment you enter the institute, you'll feel it to be your own. You should feel that you are coming to your own home.
The architect that we see inside the campus, was it inspired by something that was in your mind?
Inspired from history of Odisha, there's nothing more than that. Odisha is as welcoming a state as anybody else. And so many years, it's not that it is designed today. It's a progressive design across years. So you will find a mix of modernity and you'll find a mix of the old culture. That legacy of 40 years which is carried across time.
Hello everyone, this is Prishita and I welcome you all to this exclusive talk with the Director of RCM College, Dr. Pritam Pal. So we should directly get into the conversation. Hi sir, how are you?
Thank you so much for coming. Hi.
Thank you so much sir. So we see when I just enter to the campus, it is really beautiful, I mean the views and the feeling that one student is getting in this in this corridor of the vibe. What was your plan before making this campus so beautiful?
So long years back when I went for my graduation, that was way back in 97. So when I went into a place, the nuances were very different, the people were different, very, very commercialized space, as any of these things. So I felt like I went into a chaotic crowd. So that has been in my mind for a pretty long time, that when you come into an establishment or you come in this, when you are a student is always leaving his house when he comes into a master's program, PG program, you should feel that you are coming to your own home. So when you come into RCM, you'll find a lot of greenery, a very open space, and in which you do not have many rules and regulations. It's a very simple ingress-outgress system. Majorly you will see a lot of glasses everywhere, so it is all open to view. So you do not feel that claustrophobic psychology that comes into your head, I'm coming to a new place and it might not be accepting me. But that's the thought that every student has. So when we built RCM, when we redesigned this institute, this is a very old institute, it's about 44 years now, the first management college of Odisha. So when we redesigned the whole concept of the institute, we tried to build it like a very personalized home where you are going to not come into a classroom but to come into your own study room, not come into a mass chaotic area but to come into places where there's a lot of brotherhood, there's a lot of friends. The moment you enter the institute, you'll feel it to be your own. So the whole inspiration is to make that, yes, मैं अपने घर से मैं अपने दूसरे घर पे जा रहा हूँ, and it is as welcoming as it can be. That's the whole idea.
Because when you talk about when someone travels from their own home to another home, which is the institution, exactly the same feeling comes in. But the architect that we see inside the campus, was it inspired by something that was in your mind?
Inspired from history of Odisha, there's nothing more than that. Odisha is as welcoming a state as anybody else. It's the best, the most peaceful. Bhubaneswar, if you look at the capital of the city, it is all built around the whole idea that it's extremely peaceful, it's extremely safe. It's the abode of Jagannath, right? So if you come in, you will find the Jagannath temple around here. So inspiration came just from the basic culture that we Odias have, which is welcoming, good food, good space, a lot of plants, very close to nature. So many years, it's not that it is designed today. It's a progressive design across years. So you will find a mix of modernity and you'll find a mix of the old culture, that legacy of 40 years which is carried across time.
Dr. Pal, I would like to ask, how was your childhood? Because you are also seeing a lot of students. So how were you as a student back then?
I was a bigger brat than they are. अभी थोड़े बच्चे अच्छे हो गए हैं, हम तो बड़े बदमाश थे. So our childhood, Bhubaneswar was a very young city, dating back to 1976-77. And I'm a Josephite, passed out from St. Joseph's here, did my +2 with BJP College. studied in Devonshire, went out. So my childhood has been a lot of people, a lot of friends, very closely knitted, very concerned, very sentimental. Okay, friends were families. I had not one, but I had a few hundred mothers around. So the community. So my childhood has been around a very open-minded community. And which incubated almost everything. I was a sportsman for a very long time. I played many nationals. In swimming, in cycling, in martial arts. So, a lot of sports, a lot of fun, and a very, very. So, Bhubaneswar is a place where you can say that it practices the actual essence of freedom. Yeah, so you can walk out at 10 o'clock and maybe cycle around. So, we have seen that from so many years. So, my childhood has been a very lovely one. So, very, very close friends and a very, very close community.
As we see that one of the major talk in the current young minds is the culture, may that be a corporate world or may that be an institution. I think culture has always been in talk about the culture of the friendship that they build or the culture of the work that they do. So how do you define culture? Because I think there's a lot of gap now. So what do you feel?
There's not a lot of gap. There's a lot of confusion among the chaos, right? Too much of information is sometimes pretty dangerous. It's not that you're very well informed means that you are very well practiced with what you should do. Cultures in every single human being. Your culture is not from what you grow up from. So you can say that yes, I come from a Brahmin family, so this my house culture is one. So every single entity in RCM or otherwise carries a lot of cultures among them. So when you say a lot of cultures, it's not about religion, right? A culture is very different than religion. So in my school of thought, okay, I might be right or wrong. In my school of thought, so you carry a culture which creates your basic skeleton principle, right? You might come from a very educated family, a good backdrop. So your parents, your mother and father, they would have built a particular amount of basic principles. Principles like respect your colleagues, respect the elder. Guru ko give the respect. Okay, how you eat. मैं हाथ से खाता हूँ, चम्मच से खाता हूँ. Small basic principles of the culture. That's basically comes from a parental line. Then comes a culture from where you have come from your school. So your school itself gives you a different kind of a culture and how I talk, how I discuss, how I think, how I progress, how I create friends, how my relations are, they are complicated, not complicated, even to that smallest factor from not only having friends or having a love relationship or a brother relationship, whatever part of it. So school gets you a second layer of culture inside you. So the one is stacked on the top of the other. Then the other culture comes when you come into your institution, your final finishing schools like RCMAs or so many other schools are, maybe your grad school, which again can be a finishing school today, or be a BBA, BCA, or MBA, or MCA, whatever program you get into, or BTech. Now, that itself gives you a professional culture inside you, okay? How you work with your colleagues, how you develop your skills, how you are learning from your learning ecosystem. Am I a person, I get a culture of learning, okay? तो जो अपना स्कूल से +2 से बिल्ड हुआ है ना, पेरेंट के डिसिप्लिन बिल्ड हुआ है, उसको लेके और एक ओवरऑल एक फ्रंट एंडिंग कल्चर बनता है जिसमें मैं एक प्रोफेशनल और एक एंड रिजल्ट पर्सन, मैंने यू आर अ फिनिश प्रोडक्ट बाय दैट टाइम, राइट? सो एंड रिजल्ट प्रोडक्ट में मेरा क्या कल्चर डिफाइन होता है? माई एथिकल कल्चर, माई लर्निंग कल्चर, माई रिलेशनशिप कल्चर, okay, and my environmental culture, my environment as in my social environment and my national environment, how I think about the society, how I think about the country, how I think about that small space that I'm going to work in. Then the final layer of culture is built when you go into a particular profession. A consultant's culture is different. A salesman culture is different. A technical designer, innovator culture is different. A coder is different. So based on the profession and skill that you develop, you will naturally, your mind will build another culture which is known as a professional skill culture. So these, in my book, cultures are all defined. How we stack them up, okay, is important. In RCM, what we do is we try to incubate, our, typical, Odia sensitive culture. So Odia is a very sensitive culture. You like peace, you like freedom, you don't like bothering somebody else's life. You would advise them, not push them. So that is a core principle concept. put into the kind of profession you want to go to. Respect your colleague and be ethical in your practices. So these are basic line cultures which come from legacy. So, somebody new will not understand it. We have been here for 44 years. So that 44 years of tested wisdom, okay, is put into a cultural ecosystem where people come and incubate it. They can be from the Muslim community, they can be from the Christian community, they come from the Hindu community. Within Hindu, there are so many communities. You might come from a Marwari community, Kshatriya community, Brahman community. So there's so many schools of thoughts. So this layer of final finishing culture in which the basic social responsibility, respecting the next person besides you, is what we put there. You don't have to think about the world. Just think about the next person besides you. That's more than enough. So that's the culture that I, on my opinion, will try to build around RCM.
We were also talking about values. How do you understand value and the culture, or apart? We can just talk about values. I mean, I also saw the picture of your father, Prabir ji, just outside the room, and I was very much fascinated to know about him. If you could talk about your parents and your guidance.
The chairman was also my dad. He comes from this ecosystem of innovation and creation. So right from day one, we normally laugh in the house. Ki jibonta poila, na itta cement bali sollani. So when I have seen from the baselines of my life when I work with mistries, mujhe bhi thoda do, main bhi thoda plaster karunga, that. So we have seen brick, mortar and cement in our house for the last 45, 50 months. Till the longest memory I have, my grandfather was like this. My father has also been like this. So that is his values has been, he is always, every day, he says, build something new. That is his basic, right? He says failure is a lesson, okay? He must have failed 100 times and 100 things he has done. He is a core industrialist. He is the first IIMs of Odisha. Okay, he's the second batch of IIM Calcutta, right? He is the first MD of Odisha, as a matter of fact. He has been an industrialist, Big Fun, Freshen Up, these big brands, and this all our manufacturing plants, industries. He has been a consultant. He has done Enfilm Jazz consulting, Apollo, so many other consulting projects. So he has been a very visionary man. Education was something which was not built as an industry for him. Education was a philanthropic side with he and a few of other people whose interest for creating manpower in the state was required in 1982. So RCM was built in 1982. Exime is in 87. Exime is 5 years younger to us, as a matter of fact, right? The second management college. Now, during that span of time, what has happened is they have been always there for the requirement of the society. So I have seen him, being a part of, building RCM. He has been a part of building the first BT Engineering College, Odisha Engineering College is on that board also, is a founder member there. So many other founder members in it. So you have to understand capitalization in education happened much later. So he has been an industrialist, was invested into the same institute and other institutes and other things. We have 3 schools in the village. Sarat Pal High School, that's by the name of my grandfather. We have Kadamani High School, which is a women's college built, that's almost like, that's crossed 50 years now, right? So they have built this, and the idea behind it is that every single day you always step forward. Don't think about the past. Right? The chairman is such a man that he will not ponder on something which is behind. And every single day, he is 84 now. I don't think of a university. He is already running a university project. So he will come up with a program karenge. So they're all progressive. That's the chairman for you, in a snapshot, a progressive man.
And if you talk about your mother, what major values that you learned from her?
कि माँ के सामने सच मत बोलना, बहुत मार खाओ. Okay. So she is a very pious woman. She's the primary skeleton holder of building us fundamentally, and she has got extremely strong. So that is very cool. Yeah, she's okay with whatever you do. You go out, have parties, everything else. But mom is that principle that you wake up, you have to do the puja, you have to study for 2 hours, you have to reach on time on school. You cannot be bad with your friends. You cannot speak a bad language. The right food, right time, right sleep. Come back, got a sondhya diyo, and then again you study for 2-3 hours. Be back on time in the house. And she herself is a master's from Bombay University, right? but she chose the life of taking care of both. So I have my elder sister who is also a trustee, Lipita Patnaik. So the core basic social values, okay, are more instilled from my mother rather than my father. The dad was always busy. So intellect comes from him. Principle mindedness, research, intuition, social belonging, value of relationships, value of truth, okay, value of not doing the wrong thing. This core 80% of who I am comes from my mother. And my sportsman, yeah, she was a great sportsman. She has been a gold medal. She's a RD pass out, Rama Devi pass out. And she must be having a one filled bag of medals and cups and stuff like that. And that sports side of the family comes from us. My father doesn't even play cricket also, or did anything else. Yeah.
So I think you have the mind of both that you have right now.
I have a habit of one and I have the
Yes.
mind of another one. Yes.
So if we talk about your career or your graph, so was it foundational that you already had a plan that you would be joining into, academics, and you would be into institution building, or you were like a very
So what happened is, so I've been an IT entrepreneur my whole life. So I've built more than 11 companies, more than 21, 30 products, few hundred clients, with all of companies, 300, 400 companies that we have consulted and built on BOT basis. So I've been a top entrepreneur and an innovator for a very, very long time. Did my BTech in computer science from Bombay. Post that, did a job, worked with Microsoft, other companies. Post that, did my MS, then came back and started my business. So that's rags to riches story. Garage houses were a mindset. Thanks to Mr. Narayan Murthy, to set that line now. So we thought, yes, we'll also be there. But yes, I started off from a small 150 square foot office. I used to pay 400 rupees rent way back in '99. Though I was Pradeep Pal's son, but it was a different feel. I really wanted to test my own waters. So from there, I built my empire, Swash Consulting, Swash Convergence, a group set of companies into IT, tech, construction, stuff like that. Education, yes, I've been a part of it in the sense that been actively participating in. I've taken a lot of classes or workshops of people while I was in a corporate side as a tie-up with different colleges, majorly in North India and West. That's where my businesses are basically. But when COVID happened, okay, just when COVID had started, lockdown had not happened. There was a huge challenge for RCM to survive, because without tech, no institute which has taught tech would not have survived. So 5th of March 2020 is when I joined as a director, as a professional director here. I've been a trustee since 2017. My contribution has been to generally for infrastructure, donations, stuff like that, whatever RCM needed them. So when I came into the active line of this thing is because the chairman, during COVID is already 80 years old, 79, 80. So he didn't want to come back into the institute. So I had to join as a director at that point of time. The gap was there. And March 15th, there's a lockdown in the country. March 21st, we went live. We had our own softwares. As a matter of fact, my software company had a software which was into EdTech, for LMS system and stuff like that. We immediately took it live. Our classes, virtual classes, started from 21st of March, 7 days into the lockdown. All my professors were activated, all cameras were there in everybody's house, and we started live this year. From there, the journey till here was to take a 38, 39 years old establishment and completely re-engineer and transfer them into a complete techno-management institute. Today, we are one of the top techno-management institutes in the country. So education was never on my plate, nor was entrepreneurship, nor was construction, nor was job, nor was this thing. See, our lives had a lot of opportunities, unlike today. We had a lot of options, we could go there. We just had to be sincere and hardworking and knowledgeable to do things, right? But education, I have avoided this institution for what? More than 17, 18, 20 years. Dad also always asked, come back, do this, do that. But we should just help from the outside. But then again, yes, that is how destiny takes you through. And once I entered, then there were a lot of things to be moved, meeting the students, brand ambassadors. It's a very noble job. Okay, and I've done quite a lot of business. I've still run a lot of them. I'm not active on that. I'm more into chair positions, board positions, but it's more intellectual capital building when you are into education. So to the likeness of the line, okay, and a new experience, that's why it is there. It's never been on my plate. Now, given the first chance, I will say yes, I'll go back to business again.
So, my next question was about learning beyond classrooms, and I think you already had answered the whole point to me. But just to make it a little more, in depth, we see a lot of universities or maybe a lot of colleges talk more about learning beyond classrooms, and even the mindset of young people nowadays has been a lot of events in the campus or having a fun time or something like education and learning into combining into an event or something like that. So how do you critically take RCM above when it comes to learning beyond classrooms?
See, I'm a typical Eastern Indian, right? A combination of being that Mayurbhanj side chap, 12 maso 24 parvo, right? So the concept, the 12 maso 24 parvo is not very spiritual. It is spiritual. So Durga Puja, Ganesh Puja, Saraswati Puja, Kali Puja, Diwali, so many, what everybody celebrates, and starting from Makar to Pongal is also celebrated here, right? Now, the concept behind it is, if you go through so many years of wisdom of an establishment, you'll understand that these events were for the society to meet. Right? In a classroom, I'm doing mine, you are doing yours, right? I have my notes, you have your notes. At a maximum, we'll exchange notes. That's it. Have a smile, say hello, shake hands, and go back home. Where are you as a person? It is only when these kind of events happen is when you genuinely meet the other person. That is when the real you comes out. Your guardrails are out. You are not that. I'm not wearing the suit and shirt and putting on the right look and sitting in a particular manner. ମୁଁ ଛତ୍ରାରେ ଆସିବି ମାନେ ଦୁର୍ଗା ପୂଜା କି ବରଯାତ୍ରୀ କି ଗଣେଶ ପୂଜାର when you have this procession going on, you will find different, you will be amazed that the guy who never speaks in the class is dancing his heart out there. But that's the natural you. So a college which has replicating the same kind of a cultural mindset of Eastern India, where community meet each other and actually create a bond as brotherhood, sisterhood, friends, relations, whatever way, even an acquaintance. That acquaintance is more, solidified when you are not in your guardrails. You are in an event. You are sweating it out. You are being your own self. You are yelling it out. That's your original sentiment and emotion, not a culture look and feel, right? So all these events in the institute allow these people to bond together, organize together. रात में बैठ के कार्ड्स बनाएंगे, डेकोरेशन करेंगे, they are in their pajamas and doing things, and they're just natural self. They are not having that, oh yeah, excuse me, could you do this? That's not the mindset, right? What they are, ए भाई कर लू टिके, ए भाई मते धर लू टिके, मते लगे दी टिके. So they are this natural self, right? And this allows us for these students to meet their batchmates. So when we have events, we have people from BITM, Srushti, XIM, IIT, IIMA, you name it, right? The complete fraternity of that batch, 1 year plus, 1 year minus, they come into the same space through sports, through culture, through academia, through competitions, through normal Dandiya night or Diwali night. You come and see Diwali here, you will see that there are like, 1,000 people playing crackers here, lighting candles, yeah, and that's just not a videographed thing. That's a real thing. People don't go back home. They say, by Diwali, hum apna RCM mein manayenge. That is the kind of this. So it allows them to pop. So the relation will work after 20 years. When you are a vice president somewhere, your friend is sitting with someone. That deal happens there because that connection has happened on a very genuine platform. So events allow you to do that, and that's a belief in the RCM that you, as many events as you have, will you allow them to culturally, socially meet. That is only when communities are created, and communities are cults which are powerful. Yeah.
As you also mentioned that you're an alumni of Revan Shah, so how do you understand this khatti culture? Because this Cuttack has this khatti culture, and
Bhubaneswar also has khatti culture, khatti culture in every segment of Odisha, is there. Se pan dukane cha piba ki amaro mane school legal group re basiya khatti kariba. Khatti is a very, very friendly, sweet word. Okay, but the whole fact is that you had time to spend with friends and you have shared so many emotional, important moments with them. Starting from not staying in the house and cycling to Khandagiri and having fun there, or sitting at a pan dukan. So you are meeting that community, and you'll be amazed that today they are saying, okay, circles in Instagram, my Snapchat circle and stuff like that. That used to happen physically in front. I have known people who could not speak a line of English coming from Odia school who have met with us. They speak so well today. Okay, they are CEOs, CTOs to organizations. I have seen a lot of things that I never knew. I got it from my friends. It's because we used to sit together. Horticulture is like closest community ever, and you cannot imagine that 99.99% of your work एक खट्टी सब खट्टी मिनी खट्टी सेम खट्टी नना पान दुकान खट्टी चन्ना पान दुकान खट्टी when the connections within खट्टीs are like communities connected, one phone call you get your job done. Yeah, and that's what is खट्टी is very important. आजकल हो नहीं, लेकिन बहुत important.
Yes, so how do your daily life look apart from if it's a Sunday or you're not coming to the campus? So usually,
I Sunday come to campus. That's the highest working day of my life.
let's take like a holiday in your complete life. Like, how do you like spending it? I've seen your pictures. Yes.
Family, yeah, my son, my daughter, my wife, sisters, parents. Sit down, Marvunja Loko, and eat as much as you can, sleep as much as you can, watch as many movies as you can, and do all the things that you cannot do, okay, as being Pritam Pal, Pritam Pal. So, you have some guardrails that you have to maintain. So, when you go there, just there. So, there's a lot of peace away from work, but I rarely, majorly, we have been a typical family who keeps on working here or in our philanthropic areas or in the village. But yeah, personal time is more peace and food and children. That's more important.
After becoming Dr. Pritam Pal, are there certain things that you have stopped doing just because now students are looking up to you? Yeah.
My friends are no, I've not stopped doing anything. I also say my students don't stop doing anything. There's nothing known as stop doing, right? You do it less. Okay, you don't get time to do it. That's more of it. Yeah, I have not been able to meet a lot of my friends, and my friends have been my life, my whole life. I have a huge friend group, my Bombay circles, my school circles, my college circles, my 40 circles. So I get less time to spend with them, and maybe less time to, because they are the freedom that you actually have, the real life that you have already had. That's the only thing that I have actually lost, and maybe yes, a lot more of time with my kids that I'm not able to spend being who I am. Otherwise, I am me. I do what I want, and I want everybody to know what I actually am. So that's not something that we actually contain.
Are you emotional?
Yeah, super, super emotional. I don't show it much, but yeah, the sentiment is what drives you. If you are an entrepreneur and you don't have sentiments, you can't do anything in life.
So we see there's a phase where we feel helpless. Mentally or physically, a person feel exhausted. So what do you exactly do?
Nothing, just remember one thing, that time will not stop for you, life will not stop for you, work will not stop for you. So it doesn't matter if you are restless, you are not well, you are tired, you are sad, you are bad, whatever happens. The reality is life never stops till the last day that you live. So when every second is important to live it, minus the fact that you want to say, yes, I want to be very well to do something, that is not an option you have. So fact remaining that you are still alive, so whatever it is, you just keep on stepping forward, stepping forward, stepping forward. Life will go on. So life always goes on. That's the whole basic formula.
So, what exactly brings you peace? Apart from, yes.
Starting something and ensuring that it finishes. Anything I start, maybe a project, maybe a work, maybe a letter. So if I write a letter and I finish it, I print it, sign it, I'm at peace that I did one job done. So if I'm supposed to do let's say my mother wants me to get something when back home, so I pick it up, give it to her, one job done, again peace. So that moment of, tick marking and checklisting, whatever you need to deliver in your life, professionally, personally, whatever it is, as long as you finish it, that's peace of life. Otherwise, if you really want to search for peace, you have to go to the burial grounds. जो इंसान मर गया वही शांति में. अगर तुम्हें दिक्कत में नहीं हो, इफ यू आर नॉट, वो थरथराहट नहीं है जिंदगी में ना, then that means that you are dead. So as long as you are alive, there is no word known as peace. There is only satisfaction. Peace नहीं होता. किसी के जिंदगी में peace, अगर peace है, तो there is something wrong with you. You are satisfied with that minute in your life. That is what is important.
So, if I ask you about the future legacy of RCM.
Oh, I missed out something. You have this word, na? Rip.
Yes, yes, yes. Rest in peace.
Yeah, so that is what captures peace. So if you are dead and you rest in peace, otherwise there is no peace.
I mean, that was an amazing answer to end with. If I would ask you about the legacy of RCM, how do you see the future upcoming?
Future RCM is one international branch, two more branches in India, exactly same shape, absolutely. See, we are the best ROI in the country, return of investment. That has been the priority of RCM. The ROI has to be perfect. Whatever you spend into education, 3-4 महीने के नौकरी में वो पैसे निकल जाना चाहिए. You will never find an RCM at ever defaulting on education loan, है ना? The lowest salary also भी आप 6 महीने में आपका education का पैसा उठ गया. So no pressure to the parents, है ना? It's not something. So we have built this for meritorious students and the lower middle class, right? That's if you term it in that manner, But we want to have the same replication happening in West and North, 2 more branches. And so that these things can also go there. A lot of ODs stay in Delhi, a lot of money in the northern India, a lot of ODs stay in the western India, and they're sending their child here becomes a prodigy, right? So we want to have 2 more campuses in the country and 1 more global campus. End result, I don't want to take RCM as a university. I still want it to be a boutique establishment where the cost of education is as controlled, quality of education is beyond compare. Okay, opportunities keep on growing up, making it fully residential. मैं चाहता हूँ मेरा एक बच्चा यहाँ पर आए, 2 सेमेस्टर के बाद एटलीस्ट 1 महीना जाके बॉम्बे में पढ़े, 1 महीना दिल्ली में पढ़े, 2 महीना बाहर में जाके whatever global country that we are targeting 2-3 countries now, वहाँ पर 2 महीने spend करे, and he comes back and finishes semester. His exposure increases. So see, my customer, if you want to term it in that manner as a business, my customer is my student. Education is such an industry, a very tricky one. Your customer is your product, right? RCM is nothing. It is just a small bridge platform where you walk in and you are churn, and you come out as a product. I want the best product in the market so that I can get the best customer from the market, right? And retain both of them. Okay. So RCM's the whole mythology behind it is to create a larger exposure, much more better lifestyle for the students who are coming here. That's always been the mindset.
I just really have last one more question. What is the 3 points that you would be telling to the people that can define from RCM, but apart from quality education?
Belonging. Yeah. Once an RCMite, always an RCMite. That's the pattern here. So it is an RCM might. So not only that, just a name, but it's the strength of one person, right? So once an RCMite, always an RCMite. That's connection is important. The second part of it is community and cultural growth. That's what RCM should look for. When people come here and go from here, they don't only work for themselves. They work into developing their ecosystem and society. Spreading that love, spreading that freedom, spreading that culture, spreading that ethnicity. So that is what is there, okay? And the third part is what we'll find in RCM is absolute need freedom. Freedom to do what you want. You can come in for an MBA and still try to pursue being a basketball player. You can come in for a BBA, still, be a, still learn dance and do. So here, freedom for passion with education is primary. We are not saying सुबह बैठ क्लास कर एग्जाम दे घर जा डिग्री ले. यहाँ डिग्री के लिए मत आना. यहाँ you come here to become a legacy by yourself. So that's the RCM mindset. So those are 3 things which are very key.
Thank you so much, Pritam. It was lovely talking to you.
Pleasure was all mine. Thank you so much.